missing. Like, well, I heard my friends, and then where are you guys going to live? Like, where are you guys going to live? I gotta see my girls grow up.
It is super packed in here. About 5 minutes. It is so packed. There's not a lot of room to move around. It's getting warm in here. It's very, 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 very packed.
Very soon was in the caucus, stay in nothing until your voice is really
I know, I'll look at my email. I'm like, oh my gosh, Hillary emailed
oh my
me
god,
again.
she's just spamming me with text messages. It's really cool.
So we're about to get started here.
Oh, I know,
about
right?
10:30
Or like
Pacific
this.
Daylight Saving Time. You'll
I want
start
to have
to see some action.
And you're like,
It is incredibly packed in here.
we're like, it's like moveon.org. Sure stuff. Oh yeah, see? We really want to use that. It's like, well, and I bet that's how they get some people to change sides. It's like that weighed out method. This can all end if you just come over here and you're like, we've got one.
Well, I think the ones that are for Trump, like, there's nothing you can do to change that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
They're
yeah.
so
But they get to
fanatical.
have a voting primary. So it's going to be easier for them. I was thinking to my small beach at this 20 hours thing.
There's some passion coming from up there. I don't know what they're
You're like,
talking
oh god, I
about
hope
though.
the video cameras get me. Like, you're here. I mean, like, if you don't want to be on
Good morning! Good morning, Democrats! I am so thrilled with this amazing turnout. You can choose for yourself. This is really spectacular and it's a little overwhelming, so please bear with us while we get this room situated over the next few minutes. We want everyone that is still outside to get in and have an opportunity to cast their vote for our Democratic nominee. And I think you would all agree that we want to make sure that everybody has that opportunity, right? Raise your hand if this is the first time you've ever been to a Democratic caucus. Yeah! That is amazing, and we're so proud to have you all here. For our precinct location only, we have some stickers for first-time caucus attendees. So I'm going to start these up here. If you would please just take one and pass it back to the crowd if it's your first time. We love our first-timers.
That's like a
Yeah.
Really important today, and you'll probably hear this a couple more times. This event is paid for entirely out of pocket by the 36th District Democrats. Thank you to the 36th District Democrats for paying for our opportunity to vote. You can help offset those costs by making a donation today. We do have donation envelopes, so please consider making a donation, or you can do it online through the 36th Democrat website, and you can do that later today if you like. We certainly appreciate it. We definitely need the funds. All of the funds will be used later in the year for organizing and turning out the vote for whoever wins our nomination, as well as other really important races, of which this year we have several. Governor Jay Inslee is up for re-election this year, and it's going to be really important to get the vote out for him. We have an exciting opening in our congressional district this year, which is really exciting. So, do we have any candidates from the 7th congressional district race here today? No? Surprising. Exactly. Do we have anyone that's considering getting in that race? I mean, let's be honest. So I do encourage you to get involved in both your district organization with the state party on a campaign. Today we're in the Labor Temple. We have a long and wonderful relationship with organized labor here in the state and nationally. So we want to thank our brothers and sisters in the labor movement for making this space available to us, for all of their hard work. And they have an important statewide initiative this year that they're running to raise the $15 minimum wage statewide. And we know in King County, we're the ones that started that movement. We know how important it is to working families. So I hope you guys will all get on board with that campaign as well. Just an idea from the back of the room. Is there any more space back there? Can we push back a tiny bit? Little tiny bit? Okay, so let's make sure as much as we can, try and keep the center aisle open. And can I get hands raised to make sure that every single precinct in here has a chair? Does every precinct have a chair? I guess what I think what we should do is look around, and if somebody does not have a chair, if you could raise your hand. Are there any precincts with no chair? And what number are you? 3686. Of the folks at 3686, how many of you have done a caucus before? Okay, all 3 of you look super confident. You look very, very capable. So what I would ask is that of the 3 of you, hopefully there's a little bit of, are you all here for the same candidate, or do we have a difference? What's that? Okay, so Evan will help chair also. What I always recommend is that one supporter from each candidate kind of act as the co-chair and make sure that all the rules are being followed properly. So at your own precinct, you should have a caucus chair, you should have a tally keeper, and one person from each campaign who is just there to make sure that everything is being followed properly. And by each campaign, I mean within your own caucus chair. I'll be up there. We need a chair. Oh, you need a chair. Okay. We got you. Those people should be there to caucus, so they should already be a part of your caucus. I'm not saying have an additional person join the caucus. Okay, so we're going to get started. I know we're running a few minutes late. We just need to make announcements to the other satellite locations, and then we will get going. So we have a chair for every caucus, yes? Yes? All right, way to go, Democrats. It's a great day for democracy.
All right, it's time to start. Get it done.
This is our life now.
This is our life now. We're going to be here until November.
That's the plan.
All right, everybody, logistics time. Logistics time. We had a lot of people in this room, so we're going to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to be heard within their precinct caucus. Can I get one person from each caucus to raise their hand? Who do we got in the back corner? What's your number? 1704. All right, if you're still looking and you're coming in 1704s in the back. 3705. We started this process. If you guys could move a little bit further back and cluster around the table that is second from the back, the one sort of right behind where you guys came in. And then what's the next group down up here? 3686. If you guys could do a little bit of a scooch back, we're going to sort of somewhat cluster you guys with 3705. We'll do the announcements together. How many different precincts do we have down here? This is all one. All right, you guys have a chair. All right, good to go. Over here, what do we got? 3566 is all, raise your hand if you're 3566. Got a lively group over here, it's fantastic. What's the next group, Pat? What are you guys? 3345, and then all of you guys raise your hands. 3345. Great, next one past you, raise your hands. 3341, all right, 3341. We're gonna make the hallway that comes down the middle, we're gonna do a little bit of a zag, so if you guys wanna stretch out, you got a little bit more room in the middle because we just moved 35 over there. And then we've got one more or two more in the back? 1773, all right. And you guys all know that if you have any questions, go to your chairs. Good luck caucusing. Can we get a big yay for democracy? Happy caucus.
What? I can't hear you right now.
We can't even get to our chair. It's like super crowded and very loud.
Can't hear. We can't hear you back here. Nobody back here.
They should just have one person do the spiel instead of each chair.
Precinct caucus for the state. The precinct caucus shall be chaired by the precinct committee officer in office prior to February 26, 2016. If he or she be the new chair. That's me. I be the chair. Next, we have a volunteer request. We read a lot of stuff early, so I apologize for that.
Oh, come on, that's not Bernie.
With the Washington State Democrats, wait your side in for your precinct caucus. We're organizing at the neighborhood level for president, senator, governor, and Democrats up and down the ballot.
Pretty Bernie
If you
heavy
sign up,
here.
you will be contacted by an organizer with one of the campaigns. Addendum. Ask for donations. There's a donation thing here. If you want to donate, fill out the donation thing. Our goal is to raise an average of $5 per attendee. If you can donate anything, it would go a long way to helping a victory in November. Number 2C. The caucus process also includes an opportunity to discuss and debate policy issues. At the Legislative District Caucus on April 17th, 60 minutes are set aside to adopt an official Democratic platform for the 36th
60 minutes or set aside.
Democrats. Pass resolutions supporting specific policies and initiatives. However, debate will mostly be limited to reviewing the work of the platform and resolutions.
So I'm going to talk a little bit quietly, but this is our precinct captain, and he's explaining the caucus process to our group and some other agenda items like volunteering and donating and stuff like
Number
that.
4, explanation of the purpose of the caucus. Who wasn't here before? Who was not here before? We're here to references about and who should be the presidential nominee.
Thank you guys so much for the compliments. It's really hard to stay broadcasting here. It's very crowded.
Number of delegates. 6 delegates.
Heavy Bernie, for real. There's a lot of Bernie supporters here.
May 1st and the Legislative District on April 17th if one is held here. This is the first tier of the
I do see a
three-tier
lot of Tory
process
supporters too,
for
but I think
electing
it's
Washington
majority
State
Bernie. I
delegates
think
to
if
the
I had to speculate
Democratic
at this
National
point, it's
Convention.
going to turn out for Bernie
After
today.
delegates and alternates have been selected, there will also be an opportunity to introduce resolutions. All resolutions will be forwarded to the county convention. Then we will adjourn. That's what we're going to do today. All right.
All right, here's a shot of the room.
Our precinct, 6 delegates for it. That happens, appointment of precinct I'm now going to secretary to take minutes. The tally clerk will tally up our vote totals. Secretary, remind me your name again? Eric. Eric. Brian. Okay, Brian's going to take the numbers. Eric's going to take
Super warm in here, guys.
fairly, I don't know, they're not going to be long. I promise them that. Tally of presidential preference and initial allocation of delegates. The next step in the process is to determine the allocation of delegates and alternates. We need to take a few minutes for the tally clerk to determine the preliminary allocation of the delegates and alternates. Guess what? I hand this to you. You got to divide them up. I don't know. Sorry about that. I should have done this wrong. Clinton, Sanders.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bernie supporters. You know, I think I saw a lot of Bernie supporters initially. I am seeing more Hillary support coming in.
I did that, yeah. Okay, here's the absentee.
Hey, thanks, Thomas. They're not making it easy for us. This room is pretty crowded. We had to shift a lot of tables. It's really warm in here. It's a Saturday morning. We have to be here for 2 hours. It's going to be a long process.
I'm going to hand you the surrogate affidavits that I've received. These are people who are not here or did not expect to be here. Okay, all right. I'm going to call names.
Hi, everyone. If you're just joining us, we are broken up into precincts. So this room is representing multiple precincts in the area. Each precinct has their own captain and their own secretary. So we're doing our initial precinct tally. It works. So I think we're about ready to do our initial count for our specific precinct here in Belltown. Again, there are multiple precincts represented in this room. Yes, the registration forms, you do put your initial preference on there, and then we vote again in case anyone changes their mind. You have that opportunity to change your vote. That's the caucus process.
These are the absentees. And you're going to tally them for Sanders and somebody else. All right. One for Clinton. Two for Clinton. All right. Sanders.
He said 2 for Clinton. He said Sanders. Sanders.
By the way, I'm going to read just the first candidate because it's actually an alternate candidate different. All right. Sanders.
Sanders. I'm going to reiterate what he's saying.
Sanders.
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 And Clinton.
Clinton.
Those are the absentees.
He's counting the absentees right now.
Keep them in that. We can put. Just keep them face down to Will. That's it for the absentees as far as I
Okay,
know.
we've concluded the absentee count. Now we're going to count from those who are here. So our votes are going to be counted
The
now.
presidential preference. Clinton.
Clinton.
Sanders.
Sanders.
This person put George W. Bush as his first choice. Bernie Sanders as his presidential preference had changed. I consider that Sanders vote.
Sanders. I don't know why it was complicated.
Does anybody disagree? His first choice was George W. Bush, but finally it changed to Bernie Sanders.
Oh, I guess his initial vote was a different third-party candidate. George W. Bush. So somebody's being funny here at the caucus. Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
Clinton. I think that's 2 for Clinton.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Sanders.
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 So it says Bernie.
Sanders.
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 Clinton.
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 Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Sanders.
Sanders.
This has no preference at all, and it just has a signature by somebody.
Another complicated one.
Jeffrey Murdoch. Jeffrey Murdoch.
Jeffrey Murdoch. Jeffrey Murdoch.
Jeffrey Murdoch. Not sure what's happening right now. Oh, they were calling a name. Sorry, they didn't fill theirs in, so that's being filled in now.
Got that vote? Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Undecided.
Undecided. So there's an opportunity to
Stephen Phillip. Stephen Phillip.
Okay, undecided.
And we have one undecided so far in our season.
You change it. You take the first mouse.
Change the account. Okay. Undecided. You should count him as undecided. Hillary Clinton.
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 Sanders.
Sanders. There's an opportunity to convince undecided candidates. I think that was the vote for Sanders. Sanders.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
And that was for Clinton.
Sanders.
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 Clinton.
Clinton.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Bernie.
Sanders.
Florida votes don't count. Welcome to Florida. Bernie Sanders.
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 Hillary Clinton.
Clinton.
Sanders.
Sanders.
I've signed the sign-in sheet by
Jennifer Blaska. Jennifer Blaska.
No preference stated. Jennifer Blaska. Jennifer Blaska.
There's no preference stated on this report. Looks like some other precincts have finished their initial count.
Another name without a preference. Madeline Butler. Madeline Butler. I've got another one without a preference. Andrew Tyler.
Clinton.
Next is Bernie Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Bernie Sanders.
Sanders.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Sanders.
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 Oh, you can hear him. Okay, good.
Clinton. Sanders. 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 Those are all the sign-in sheets and absentee forms I've got. And by the way, I have received voter registration forms, so make sure to get in.
Yeah, that's correct. So just answering that question, after the initial vote, we will convince undecided. We also have the opportunity to change the minds of those that did initially vote for one of the candidates. We will do a final vote at the end of the process.
More voter registration forms. All right, tally people.
I hear some passionate Hillary speeches behind us. So you're hearing clapping from other precincts that may have finished their initial count. I don't want to leave my precinct. They're voting. Okay, it sounds like they're doing the initial tally right now. Adding it right now.
We got 54 Sanders, 5-4 Sanders.
What is it?
5 delegates for Sanders, 1 for Hillary in the first count.
So first count, percentage based. Our precinct has 6 delegates. Bernie has gotten 5 of those delegates. Hillary has gotten 1. Initial count. Again, this is just representative of our precincts. There are multiple precincts here voting today, but I feel it is heavy Bernie support.
Blank ballot for Jennifer Bascom. Jennifer Bascom. I have a blank ballot from you. Do you want to put a name in this? All right. So we have.
So we're expecting soon now that the initial tally for our precinct is done. People will start to talk.
4 Sanders, 21 Clinton, 1 undecided,
54 Sanders.
1 not present.
So the tally was 54 Sanders, 21 Clinton, and what they do is they break it up by percentage and distribute those votes over how many delegates our precinct has, which is 6 delegates.
If there are any presidential preferences not receiving any delegates.
Second count will happen after we have some healthy discussion here about why we're supporting which candidate. So we'll actually have to write our vote down again.
Number 7. I'd like to ask if anyone would like to say a few words on behalf of these candidates.
Okay, here comes the speeches. Let's see if anyone in our precinct is shy.
All right, you there, followed by you. All right.
So I'm not sure about the delegate process. Hold on.
Served in public office. Have you ever been involved in a public campaign as a public official? Understand the legislative process as it looks. How many of you? So the one thing I would say to you as a former school board director, president of the Seattle School Board is, things work very slowly. You have to make incremental, excruciatingly slow progress. I love Bernie. I like everything he says on Facebook. I share it. I think he's fabulous. But the truth is, he hasn't put together a broad-based national coalition. And if you doubt that, look around this room. Look at the age of the majority of people here. Look at the fact that, unfortunately, most of you are Caucasian. Hillary has put together a broad-based coalition. That is the kind of coalition that can beat the Republican nominee, which may or may not be Donald Trump. But let me just tell you, Ted Cruz is scarier. So, and I'm from Texas originally, born and raised in Austin. I know how scary he is. Donald Trump would be a disaster. Ted Cruz will change your lives on a level that you haven't
know people. We need, as Democrats, to elect the next president, not just because we need jobs, chaos, and the myriad of injustices that have occurred because of Republican control over the last 4 decades. It's why we have no public funding for schools or libraries or infrastructure. It's why our bridges are falling down. It's why our electrical grid is out, because the Republicans have been in control of both Congress and the White House. With the rare exception of Obama. Hillary knows how to get things done.
I think we have 60 minutes to hear from everyone. I imagine she'll wrap up soon and we'll hear from somebody from Bernie.
And 2 of those were to remain a firehouse and a bridge. I love the guy, but Hillary can get rid of him.
This is just part of the caucus process. So you come in, you're either undecided or you think you know who you want to vote for. Then these citizens have the opportunity to change their minds.
As women and as young people in the workplace, you need to be concerned about the Supreme Court. And I am deeply
talking about our concern for the Supreme Court
will be determined by the administration, and our country, as you know it, will die. And I am
Okay, she's done. We'll hear from somebody that's in support of Bernie.
I'll speak after him. No, I just took hands.
So, I urge you to vote for Hillary.
Point of clarification.
No Hillary supporters.
If you have enough undecideds or alternative candidate votes to meet the threshold, then you will have a second tally. If you do not have enough undecideds to meet the threshold, you will only have one tally. Does that make sense to everyone?
Monitoring the process. She's not like talking about who she's voting for.
The threshold will be different for every precinct.
There will not be a second tally because there is only one undecided. Is anyone changing their vote? Anyone changing their vote?
Basically, if we meet outside of people, we're going to change the ballot. We don't vote. We had one official undecided and another one just said she might change it.
There's not enough undecided to change the outcome.
It will not change the delegate allocation on the case. Only if there's a sufficient number.
We're still in the process of listening to our neighbors, talk about who they're supporting. There will be a recount. We're actually talking about who came in undecided. I think in our precinct we have one undecided voter, but it doesn't meet like the threshold to affect the current vote. So ultimately, I guess it doesn't matter who they decide to vote for. It won't have an impact on our initial vote.
If you want to go through that exercise, it doesn't change that. It doesn't go through. Okay? Here's the appointment.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Just to get everyone up to speed, we are caucusing here in Belltown, and Belltown, Seattle. We're at the Labor Temple. This room holds a number of precincts that are currently doing their initial votes and talking about why they support the candidates that they support in an effort or change the minds of those who came in here voting for someone else. Right now, a member from my precinct is speaking in favor of Hillary Clinton, trying to convince the voters here to vote for Clinton. And Belltown is pretty small, but we're also a community that has a lot of apartment buildings and condos, so within that small square footage we have a lot of density as far as population. So there's quite a bit of turnout here. It's crazy.
If you vote for Hillary, I urge you to consider Bernie more strongly. Simply because
Here's a Bernie
when
supporter.
you talk about what the point of the Democratic base is, what our focus as Democrats are, as progressives. When I look at Bernie Sanders, I look at somebody who is a true progressive, who has been fighting for the progressive ideals of equality in the workplace for men and women, who has been fighting for gay rights for decades and not just a few years, who has been fighting for civil rights since he was a college student. When I look at a man that has been fighting for the progressive values that I found when I was in college and held to while I was caucus for Barack Obama in 2008, or not caucus, while I campaigned for Barack Obama in 2008. These same reasons are why I want to campaign and want to caucus for Bernie Sanders. He is the voice of the people. He is not the voice of Wall Street. He is somebody who stands for you and me, and not somebody who stands for people who pay him lots of money to give speeches.
Everyone's been really considerate here today. Everyone's giving their neighbors an opportunity to speak. Everyone is listening to what everyone has to say. Everyone's just being really cool. So our little precinct represented here at this table has a current count of, we have a total of 6 delegates. In the initial count, it was 5 delegates for Bernie, 1 for Hillary Clinton. So we are now listening to passionate supporters trying to change minds of those who have already voted. Sorry, I misunderstood. No one's flipped yet. We're still in that initial process of just chatting.
Choices that hurt us and hurt our status in the world. I don't want
My precinct is Belltown area. I don't want to be more specific than that.
for once to have an actual anti-war candidate to vote for in the general election. So often we end up using pro-war candidates. That doesn't seem to be a choice. We actually need one to get people a reason to get out and vote.
You got the initial challenge. Did you do the initial challenge?
Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick pan. This is a gathering of multiple precincts in one room. So here we go.
This is my first caucus. Actually, it's a very different experience. When I first came to it, I was very nervous because I find that a lot of times as a Black woman, I'm not listened to. But I hope that you listen to me today. The reason I'm voting for Hillary is because she has taken the time and the energy to reach out to my community, which is historically a marginalized community.
that experienced slavery and a lot of things here, and that means a lot to me. And somehow, all this time, I never even heard of Bernie. You know, he never reached out to my community. And to me, that says that he didn't think it was important. And I feel like
woman is saying that Hillary does.
That oversight tells me that he doesn't have what it takes to reach out to the communities of this country that look different than Seattle. I grew up in Chicago. I grew up under the Clintons. I know the hard choices that had to be made in that situation. I lived in a crime-filled community. People talk about the crime bill. Black people wanted that crime bill because we were dying. The outcome of that was negative. But what I'm saying to you is that some was positive too. But what I'm saying to you is that sometimes you got to make hard choices. And I think that Hillary Clinton has what it takes to look at the situation and make hard decisions. I feel like Bernie has a lot of good ideas, but that his ideas are not rooted in reality, the hard reality that lives on the ground. And that's why I feel like the people should vote for Hillary, that she should take the nomination for the Democratic presidential race, and because she's the right candidate. She can make the hard choices. She can reach out to a wide community that isn't just white, that isn't just wealthy, that isn't just liberal, that didn't just grow up in one type of study, maybe middle class or whatever. I think that we need candidates who can reach out, and that Bernie has not done that. I know because I'm living that experience. So please don't tell me that he is, because he hasn't. Somehow I've been black all my life and I haven't heard of Bernie. He supposedly has been in the civil rights and doing civil rights. I don't know that. How? I'm black. How is it possible?
Okay, your next I'm going to make it short and sweet. In legislation, it depends a lot on when you start. I agree that Hillary is a candidate is super prepared. But if you start legislation left to center, the Republicans are going to pull it to the right. Only a candidate that will start legislation way to the left, it has to compromise, has any chance of passing legislation that will actually make a change. Hillary, I love her to death, but she's a Republican life.
That are valuable.
Things are not going to change with her.
Please follow me.
Only a candidate, we need to take a gamble on a candidate that's actually going to start some change. And that candidate is Bernie Sanders.
That was a Bernie supporter. We have one more person speaking.
But with Bernie, I know what I'm going to get. Hillary, what she's saying right now is good, but I don't really know what we're actually going to get. Like she says one thing, and it's another. I like her left formatting some of the stuff Bernie's realistic, but I'm going to go for Bernie because at least I know what I'm going to get. I think he's going to do stuff I don't like, but I know that Hillary, I have no idea, and she's done nothing to convince me that she's going to go with what she says, and she's not just going to do what's popular, but I guess her market is going to be simply all the time. But not necessarily that he's...
This guy's just saying, he knows what he's going to get if he votes for Bernie. Hillary, he doesn't know so much.
Bernie Sanders was arrested in the 60s for civil rights disobedience.
This guy is going to talk about Bernie's record defending civil rights.
His entire life. I was talking to a friend recently, and she was saying, yeah, I love that Bernie guy, but he's uncomfortable. Those aren't the issues I care about. I care about issues X or Y. And I propose to you that every issue that we have concerns about as Democrats,
of those issues comes from money in politics. That is the one thing that drives all of our problems. And if you look back over 30, 40 years of Bernie Sanders' career, he has been consistent every single time. You can find speeches from 1982 that sound exactly like 2012 and 2016. Right? So if you ask me, do I think that Hillary Clinton actually cares about money in politics? No, for two reasons. One is she didn't say a damn thing about it until Bernie Sanders started talking to her. And number two, you can't act like
There's Jamie Cruz supporters here. This is the Democratic caucus.
At the end of the day, the way that we affect change is from outside the system, not from within. And if you look for one candidate across my entire lifetime who has been consistent and who has identified the root problem and wants to treat the disease instead of the symptom, it's Bernie Sanders. This is the one opportunity I believe in my life that we have to really fundamentally challenge the way things have worked. And that's because he's the one candidate who's focused on that root problem, which is money's influence over politics. It's not just quid pro quo. We all saw the debate where Hillary acted like, say it out loud, and I'm offended that you challenged that I would change my vote because of money. That's not what it's about. What it's about is influence. And when you allow the rich to buy you at $225,000 an hour to the seat at your table, you can't convince me that she wants to change the fundamental problem of our electoral process.
That's another speaker. Okay, next person, 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm really soft-spoken, so you're going to have to bear with me. I am definitely a Hillary candidate, and the reason I am is one, because I'm a woman. So I'm 37 years old, and I've watched Hillary from the time that she introduced healthcare to now. And one of the things that I find most impressive as a woman is that she's changed over the years. She was a horrible speaker back in the day, and I've seen how much she's improved. And as a woman, I find that really empowering. Another point that I want to make is I think we're actually all on the same page about what we want this country to be. We're all on the same page. I think that the difference in opinion in this room is about how you affect it. And, we have one side that's saying, we need ideas from the left, and we have another side that's saying we need somebody who compromises. And I think Hillary, and I think what I'm trying to say is, okay, you know what? Wall Street is just as much a part of this country as India is. And I think if we start a conversation by saying that we can't put everybody at the table and talk, then we're not going to win. So I think when I look at Hillary, what I see is someone who actually brings everyone to the table instead of saying we're going to fight it out. Because in this country, we have a bipartisan system where we fight and we don't get anything done. And we need to get a country where we all talk to each other instead of just yelling at each other about how we differ. So I hope I made a slight pitch towards Hillary. Thank you.
This is my 7th caucus. 8 years ago, I was anybody but Hillary. That's all I knew. I grew up in the 90s. Anybody but Hillary. I went with my gut and I voted for Barack Obama. I caucus formed and I voted for him. 4 years ago, I went to Chicago and worked for this election. No regrets. Barack Obama is the best president ever. If I could vote for him for a third term, I would. my gut, I'm going with Hillary for 3 reasons. She will be a better president. She will be a better candidate against Donald Trump. And Barack Obama agrees with me. That's what I'm going for. I'm voting for Barack again.
Anybody else?
Last call. Last call for speakers.
This is so cool, you know, everyone's getting an opportunity to speak who wants to speak. And everyone's being really respectful.
I spent 20 years in the Navy chasing money. Money, and there's no way to do it all.
Sorry, it's so loud in here.
Anybody else wish to talk about a candidate?
I'm sure some of you a week or so ago saw or heard about the debate between the candidates in Flint, Michigan, where their water is completely sewage because of fracking. And Hillary Clinton, when asked, what do you think of fracking? She said, well, yes, we can, really think about it and make sure that it qualifies and talk. In a city where they cannot drink their water. And Bernie Sanders had a very simple answer, which was no. This is a Bernie You can look at the city that they were in, and Hillary Clinton didn't want to change what was the problem. Bernie Sanders said no. He is a better candidate for the environment. Not that Hillary is awful. If she gets the nomination, I can vote for her and I'll be okay. But Bernie Sanders wants more effective change. Hillary Clinton takes money from Wall Street. Bernie Sanders wants to control that and stop that. There are obvious problems with how this country is working. Clinton doesn't want to change this. Bernie does. Bernie was doing that in the 60s when he was working with Martin Luther King. He's doing it today in 2016 where he says, no, there's an obvious problem with the water. There's one in our precinct. There are more in the city of Seattle. Hillary Clinton said, well, we'll work on it.
Anyone else wish to talk?
I guess I already talked,
Anybody else?
Somebody remind me of something.
All right. The purpose of all that talk, I think, was to see if anybody wants to change their vote. So, would anyone like to change their mind is the next thing in this speech. Anyone changing their vote?
Anyone changing their vote? I have one.
Yeah, undecided. So do we have this one? We have an undecided. Stephen is Stephen?
Yes. And you're becoming Clinton? Yes.
Gentleman who's undecided is voting for Clinton.
Anyone changing a vote? Changing a vote.
Jennifer Bascom, are you here?
Jennifer.
Okay, I got to Clinton.
Guys, it's not going to change the count. Bernie is currently, he has 5 of our delegates from our precinct, and Clinton only has 1.
Sanders? You want to take a look through there, Sanders files?
Yes. introduce our volunteers. Gentleman's reading through his paperwork now.
And the surrogate affidavit form. This is the undecided person.
And we have one sign from undecided, right?
The allocation of delegates, correct? Make sure the Secretary records this information in the precinct caucus minutes. That is the allocation of delegates based upon the votes. And we have six delegates that we can vote for, and based upon the votes of Sanders and Clinton, I think it's going to be 4 Sanders and 2 Clinton.
Okay, sounds like they're now reporting that Sanders is going to get 4 of our precinct delegates and Clinton is going to get 2. But he just said that, I don't know if they'll probably do another count.
For purposes of these rules, anyway, it says you've got to be a 17-year-old who is eligible to vote on November 8th. It's considered a registered voter. That's what it's doing. But they should, that doesn't make any sense to me. If you're registered to vote, we're now calculating, I believe, the number of delegates.
They're calculating the number
And I
of
think
delegates.
what happens is, I think we have to split into Clinton and Sanders groups to vote on those delegates. Is that right? Do we have, yes. Then we have to. So we'll have to split, and the people who are Clinton people will select their delegates, and the people who are Sanders people will select their delegates. And the next step in the process, once that happens, is we officially put that information in.
So now we have to pick our delegates. We get 6. So the Clinton supporters are going to get together, and the Bernie supporters are going to get together, and they're going to talk amongst themselves and decide who's going to represent them as a delegate from our precinct.
2 delegates for Clinton, 4 for Sanders. 2 delegates for Clinton, 4 for Sanders.
So that's a confirmation, 4 delegates for Sanders, 2 for Clinton.
I think of an efficient way to do this. One way is to have this all done with everybody. Just basically say, okay, Clinton people, who do you want? Hold your hands up. Yeah. And then say, Sanders people, who do you want? Rather than trying to move people around the room, which is the more normally would be a more efficient way to do it. So as chair, my proposal is that we're going to ask the Clinton people to select 2 delegates among them. And that will require them to raise their hand, look at each other, see if anybody wants to volunteer, and move from there. The same process for the 4 Sanders delegates.
What's the responsibility of the delegate?
The delegate goes to the next stage of the process. And I read this somewhere, what that next stage is.
They were saying that you have to attend these 4 dates. You have to attend 4 days. If you do not attend, your vote will not count. You cannot be a delegate if you cannot make the initial caucus. I can read the dates if you guys want. April 17th at 1 p.m., May 1st at 1 p.m., May 21st to be determined, and June 17th to the 19th all day at the state convention.
Now I should tell you that doesn't, you're not obligated to go to all 4 of those. It's a selection process because each of those stages, I believe, will then elect people into the next stage. So technically,
you have to make the next 2 meetings.
You have to make the next 2 meetings.
So right now we're going to pick our delegate representatives.
And May 1st at 1 p.m.
So it's already been decided that our precinct is giving 4 delegates to Sanders and 2 to Clinton. Now we need to pick of these members of the precinct who's your delegate and support that moving
First one
forward.
will be definitely in Seattle. So that's what we're going to do. And as chair, I think rather than try to split up, I'm going to try to turn to each group and see if they can vote, see if we have volunteers within that group to become delegates to that next process. So, we start first with the Clinton people. Clinton people get 2 votes, 2 delegates. Anybody want to volunteer for going to the delegate, the next stage as a Clinton delegate? Can you volunteer? Anybody else want to volunteer?
Oh, behind you, sir.
I got 1, 2, is there a third one? Okay, so I got 2 volunteers for Clinton. Anybody else want to volunteer for Clinton? If there's more than 2, we'll have to vote above the Clinton people. We have 2. You are a delegate? You are a delegate. What is your name?
We just picked our 2 delegates for Hillary Clinton. And then we get to pick our Sanders delegates, which is going to be 4 people from the group. So we have 6 delegates. And 2 are going to Clinton, and 4 are going to Sanders.
My phone
Your phone number and email address. We're going to find your
Not reporting initially the correct percentage.
More Sanders people go up. I'm going to try to do it anyway.
Yeah, we're currently picking our delegates, and everyone here agrees that the count is correct.
Unless you think I should be spending.
Well, I mean, they're just going to have to.
So now we're going to pick 4 people to represent Bernie Sanders voters.
Right. So Sanders people, we now have 2 delegates from the Clinton side. We're now going to go, if you voted for Sanders, you are eligible to go to these wonderful events coming up.
April 17th and May 1st.
Okay.
Can you verify this is your...
A lot of people want to be delegates here.
Right now, 4 volunteers. Do we have anybody else who wants to be, who's craving to be a delegate? 5. All right. We have 5 volunteers for 4 positions.
Okay, we have 5 volunteers for 4 positions, so now we all get to choose who those delegates are. Well, those in favor of Bernie Sanders will get to choose who will represent them as their delegate.
We need 2 alternates for Hillary. We need 2 alternates for Hillary. You want to be an alternate?
Another guy behind you.
Okay, we got 2 alternates here, and right here.
They just picked alternates for Clinton, alternate delegates.
Okay, back to we got 2 alternates now for Hillary and 2 delegates. Now back to the Sanders thing. We've got 5 people who raised their hands for Sanders to become delegate. Does anybody want to become an alternate automatically? Otherwise, want to be an alternate?
Fernando just agreed to be an alternate for Bernie.
Willing to be an alternate instead of a regular delegate. I'll be an alternate.
All right, we got 4. We got 4 Sanders, right? You're going to be one alternate. How do you be? Any 4? You got 4 of the Bernie people. Is that what I just saw? Okay. 4 Bernie delegates, please fill out the forms. Okay.
If anybody has finished packets, you can turn those in. If you're a chair and you have a completed packet, you can turn those in out front.
So right now, we've already determined, we've counted our final votes. Our little precinct gets 6 delegates. 4 of those delegates are going to Sanders, 2 to Clinton. And we are currently picking those people from our precinct that will serve as delegates. And alternate alternates as well.
We got you as an alternate. You're an alternate. Anybody else want to be an alternate for six? What's that? Alternate? You want to be an alternate. As opposed to alternate. So we got 3 alternates, right? Can I see the hands of the 4 delegates for Sanders? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the alternates are 1, 2, and 3. One more alternate for Bernie, please. 4. Okay. All right.
It seems like we all agree.
I think we've done everything that we need to do
all the delegates.
Complete the form.
We're just completing the forms right now.
Sanders, delegates, and alternates.
Thank you guys so much for following me in this process. Please continue to follow me. I try to only share some things that are really cool to participate in or to see. So thanks.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you. So that's a wrap on our precinct. I'm going to stop broadcasting. Thank you again for watching. Please follow me if you want to see more cool stuff.
I thought you lived outside.
I did.
Y'all, my back hurts from standing that long. Bye, guys.
Why aren't you the plan?